Good morning, students. Today we are going to be beginning our next unit, which is going to be on the Diary of Anne Frank. You can find the Diary of Anne Frank in your literature book on page 547. The Diary of Anne Frank is about the life of a 13-year-old girl who lived in hiding during the Holocaust. Believe it or not, living as a 13-year-old during the Holocaust was not much different than living as a 13-year-old today. Anne Frank liked many of the same things that perhaps you like. She enjoyed a life full of friends, music, school, and even young love. Even though Anne Frank was written 72 years ago, I bet you're going to see some of these same issues that you can relate to in your life. As we begin the Diary of Anne Frank, I want you to start by thinking about what it would be like to be ripped out of your home and forced to go into hiding in the midst of the best years of your life. If you were ripped out of your home today and forced to go into hiding, what would you bring with you? Imagine that you could only bring along what you could carry. What are some of the items that you would bring? As we go throughout this book, you'll see some of the items that Anne Frank chose to bring with her, and we'll learn about why they were important to her. Let's take a minute to look at the goals, objectives, and assignments that you'll be completing in this unit. The goals of this unit are so that you can learn about what life was like as a Jewish teen during the Holocaust. This is going to be done through reading the story of Anne Frank and identifying those elements of plot, setting, character, theme, and conflict. You're also going to learn how to appreciate the cramped living quarters of the secret annex. I know that sometimes you can probably get frustrated with being in a close room with maybe your siblings or your parents or your cousins, and sometimes they drive you nuts and you need some time away. Well, imagine that you can't possibly get that time away. That's how Anne felt during her time in the annex. So we're going to really learn to appreciate that during this unit. You're also going to gain exposure to what we call modern day genocide. You're going to complete this modern day genocide worksheet, which is going to allow you to research different types of genocides that are still occurring in our world today and learn about the ones of your choosing. So you can see how, although this story took place 72 years ago, there's unfortunately still terrible genocides occurring in our world today. You're going to demonstrate your understanding of those plot elements in Anne Frank by taking a short quiz. This quiz is just going to be looking at the conflict, setting, character, theme, and plot elements of the story, just to ensure that you're really doing a nice job on your readings. You're also going to explain some of the struggles that Anne Frank faced during her time in the secret annex. We're going to be both looking at the physical struggles of the cramped space and the lack of food, but also on those emotional struggles that she writes about very personally in her diary. I'm also going to ask you in a discussion to compare and contrast those struggles that Anne faces and the struggles that you face in your own life. How are your struggles similar to Anne's, and how are they different? If you have any questions on any of these goals, objectives, or assignments, let me know. I'd like you to start off this unit by watching the video of Why Go Into Hiding from the Anne Frank organization. This can give you some good background as to how the family got to the point of where they had to run into hiding in the secret annex. Then I'm going to ask you to begin your first reading. We'll pick up after that.